Hello everybody, my name is Peter Sasswin and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Unity plugin for the Cilia. So to start, let's go to an internet browser and go to hapticsoul.com. From here, let's go to the software page, and then we're going to download the Unity plugin to the desktop. If you haven't already done so, you need to make sure that you're downloaded and running the SDK. So there's another video that will link in the description that you should go check out if you haven't done that already. So let's go ahead and save the zip file to the desktop. Okay, it finished downloading, so we can close out of the web browser. Let's go ahead and extract the zip file. Okay, and then inside we can see the Unity plugin that we're going to load into Unity. So let's go ahead and launch Unity and start a new project. Okay, we'll go ahead and click on New and call this Tutorial Island. Okay, from here in the Assets folder, let's go ahead and do Import Package and choose Custom Package, and then we can choose Desktop, Cilia Unity Plugin, and Cilia Unity Plugin.Unity Package. Go ahead and click Open, and go ahead and select all of the files. If you already know how to use the plugin, you could decheck the example scene. So we'll go ahead and import. Okay, so now we've got a folder full of all the assets that we'll be using. So just to make sure that everything's running okay, let's go ahead and load up the Cilia light example scene. And if everything's running okay, all the lights turn on and we end up with an example of a fan that's currently blowing an orange smell at me. And then as I move towards the edge of this square that you can see, it's actually slowing down the fan. That's using one of our prefabs, the fan linear prefab, which we'll demonstrate the usage of. And once the circle moves all the way outside of the playing field, then it actually stops the fan. So let's go ahead and stop the scene and see if we can build our own scene. So go ahead and click on File, New Scene, and we'll have an area we can play around with. So in order to do this, we're going to go ahead and create a models folder where we're going to actually store our models. So let's go ahead and show that in Explorer and copy the path. So to make this easy for everybody to duplicate, let's go ahead and go to use Paint 3D, New, and then we can search for assets using the Remix 3D. So let's look for island. Okay, let's use this one, and we'll go ahead and export that as an FBX file, and we'll save it to our folder. Let's see here, models, yep, that's correct, and we'll go ahead and save this as island. Okay, now we can go ahead and delete that, and we'll go ahead and add some more things. So let's go ahead and add some more scenery, such as this lighthouse right here. One of our scents is kind of an ocean smell, so we'll go ahead and match that up with with our scene. We'll export this one as well, and we'll call it lighthouse. So some of the other smells we have are new car, so let's go ahead and find a car. Cool. This car looks ready for the beach. We'll want to go ahead and delete the old one. Oh, okay. So now we can export this. Baja. I'm trying to select the car. Okay. Delete. Okay, now we can add some more things. We have a rain smell, so let's search for a rainforest type scene. Okay. We'll save that. We also need orange. Lemon. So we have orange, lemon, car, tropical rain. Let's go ahead and grab a pirate ship just to round out the scene. Okay. And we might just grab the pirate for fun. Okay, so now we can actually close Paint 3D. And all our files will load up into models in Unity. Okay, so let's go ahead and add an island to the scene. And make it larger. Okay, so now we've got a little island we can work with. And we can see that this one's actually made up of multiple parts. So let's grab just the water part, and we're going to go ahead and expand that to make a nice area to work with. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and start adding some of our other objects to the scene. We can add the lighthouse over here. We can add the car over here. And we can press F to focus in on the objects that we are working on. So we'll put that over there near the island over there. We can put the lemon out. And the orange. Okay, let's put that on the opposite side from the lemon. And we can put rainforest over here. That looks pretty good. We can add our pirate ship out here as well. Floating out in the water. We can put our pirate over here near our pirate ship. Let's see here. What have we we not put out yet? We've got the car, the island, the lemon, the lighthouse, the orange, the pirate ship, and the rainforest. So we're ready to get started on our scene. Well, other than we need to get the pirate a little bit closer to the pirate ship. So we'll put him out here. So now we need just one more thing before we can start adding some of the stuff from the plugin. Let's go ahead and add a cylinder object to the scene. And this will represent our character. So let's go ahead and scale this down to like 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. It's already got a capsule collider, which is good. We'll also need to add a rigid body with gravity, and we'll want to modify the constraints to freeze the rotation in the X and Z axes to make sure that our character doesn't fall over. So we'll go ahead and start him out closer to the island. Okay. So from here, we'll actually be able to start adding some of our scripts. So let's first add to our player character a player movement script. And then we'll go ahead and dial back the jump speed and rotation speed by a little bit. And then we're going to need to add this Cilia script into, prefab, Cilia prefab into the scene. And that will communicate with the SDK that we installed in the previous video. From here, we can start adding some of the other prefabs to the scene. So let's add this Cilia fan prefab. We'll go ahead and reset that to the middle, and we'll make it larger. So basically, anything that is named whatever's entered here will end up causing the cilia to turn on. The fan numbered here, which you can enter 1 through 6, at a speed of 0 through 255. So 255 being the fastest speed the fan could spin, and 1 being the slowest speed, and 0 being completely off. So let's go ahead and make it set the one that smells like the ocean, which is 3, to a speed of 128. So this will kind of just be for the entire scene to smell like the ocean. We can add some other scripts or prefabs. So this Cilia fan linear, let's go ahead and add that on to the lemon and reset its transform. Okay. Actually, let's undo that. Let's go ahead and just move it down near the lemon. Okay. And what the prefab with the linear, it has a script on it that takes into account this radius variable. So it'll actually make this cube 5 times larger when we start the scene. And as you get closer to the center of this cube, it'll make the smell more intense. So let's go ahead and set this to the lemon smell, which is currently fan number 4. And radius of 5 is probably okay. So how about we go ahead and duplicate that one and send it over near the orange. and we'll set that to fan number 6. Okay, and then for the car here, let's go ahead and see if we can get one near it. To give us a new car smell as we get close to the car. Okay, so yeah, we'll make this fan number 1 for the new car smell. And then we can add the rain smell over here. Okay. And that is fan number 5. Okay, so I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have all 6? Okay. Rain, orange, lemon, ocean, car. Oh, and the aloha smell, so the flowery smell. Let's go ahead and put that, we'll put that on the starting island right here. And so that'll be fan number 2. Okay, so that'll be good for now. Let's go ahead and test our scene and see if we forgot anything. Okay, looks like our player needs some adjustment. Okay, so we have a capsule collider. We have a rigid body with gravity. Ah, yes, so we need to add a component here. Let's go ahead and add a physics collider so that our player doesn't fall through the scene. Okay, good. So this is kind of cool, but we might want to actually make it to where we can smell. So all of these items are expecting a character called player. So let's go ahead and call our character player. And to make this a little bit more engaging, let's put the camera on the player object. Oh, it's still called cylinder. Player. Okay. And then we'll reset the transform to where it's inside of our player so we can follow along with him. Ah, so there we go. Now kind of our scenic smell has come on, the ocean smell, and if we come to the island, then we also get the flowery smell, and then as we get closer to the car, then we get the new car smell, lemon, and over here we have the rain smell, and you can kind of hear as we get closer to the middle, the smell gets more intense as the fan spins faster. Now we have the orange smell. So that's cool, and we can go ahead and actually add a little bit more to the immersion. So if you're not wearing a headset, we can actually add some ambient lighting. So let's go over here and add a prefab for a Cilia light, and let's put that on the lighthouse area. So let's say when you come over to here, you want the lighting on the Cilia to change. So this is kind of like the Cilia fan. It's based on if you're colliding with the collision box. So let's go ahead and say when we come over here, we want it to turn the lights blue. So maybe we want every other light to now turn blue. So I'll go ahead and duplicate this. and say light number 3 and light number 6. And then let's say maybe over near the pirate ship we want to make the lights turn red and white if we come over here. So let's go ahead and add or make this we'll duplicate that, and then we'll make it turn on light number 2, all white, and then we'll duplicate and make that for fan number or light number 4, and then we'll duplicate it again and we'll make it light number 6, and then we'll duplicate this one. I'll make it light number 3 and duplicate again and make it light number 5. So now if we go over to the pirate ship, we can change the lighting to on red and white. And then let's say we go into this area over here with the lighthouse. Then the lighting on those ones turns to blue. So yeah, you can change these similar to the fans in that you can change them at a rate of 0 to 255 and for any of the 6 lights. So that just adds a little bit of extra immersion to the scene. And then of course you can take a look through the scripts and modify them as you wish. So thank you for watching this tutorial. If you liked it, give it a like. If you dislike it, give it a dislike. Be sure to comment below the video to give suggestions on what you'd like to see in future videos. And if you want to see more tutorials, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell button so that you'll know whenever we put out a video on how to do Unreal or some of the other engines with the Cilia. So we'll catch y'all in the next video.